All right. Thanks so much, Carly. Well, if you had to put your fitness routine on hold during the pandemic, you're probably not the only one. Getting back into the swing of things may seem difficult, but fitness expert Candice McField is here to help us out. Candice and Mika both here. Thank you guys for being here.
Thanks for having us.
I know you're going to do some great things for us today, but tell us, why did a lot of people stop working out during the pandemic? I know everybody wasn't able to make it to the gym because it was closed.
Right. Gyms were closed. Some people didn't have that at-home equipment to do workouts, and then everything shut down. So people just stopped. Right. And so I think a lot of people just fell in that habit like, oh, man, I don't have to do anything. They just completely just like let their exercise regimen go. And so getting back into that exercise regimen has been a real struggle for a lot of people.
Today, can you just kind of show us what are some easy things for people to do at home, even if it's like 5 or 10 minutes? Because I heard, even if you move your body for about 15 or 30 minutes a day, that's healthy.
Yes, so like any amount of time is more healthy than doing zero.
Okay.
So just some tips today, like as far as like nutrition, right? I think if you could just increase your water intake by 1 liter. So like wherever you're at for drinking water, just increase that by 1 liter a day. And then you're so good for your digestive system. And then also like if you look at your mental health, live in gratitude, right? So if you just like think about one positive thing that you're appreciative of each day, that really boosts your mental health. Which is great. So just keep that gratitude journal or gratitude jar. So those are 2 tips right there. And I think, like I said this before on here, but if you think about your work-life balance, then, you take that 20 minutes a day, that's something solely for you. So not for your spouse, for work, or not for your kids, but do something solely for you that's 20 minutes a day. So a few tips just to boost that mental health there.
Great advice there. Now, I know Mika's going to demonstrate some exercises for us.
Yeah,
Mika.
so today, like one way to relax and de-stress is by stretching. So Mika's going to do 4 different movements today. So the first one, we're going to do a hamstring stretch. So if you sit on the exercise ball and then put your feet out, and so then Mika's going to just come down, keeping her back flat where she elongates her back. And so you're going to feel this stretch all through your hamstrings, all the way up from your calves into your lower back as well. So your calves, your hamstrings, lower back, you'll feel that stretch. Now, in the second exercise we have, so she just rolls down a little bit, and then come down and roll that exercise ball out. So here you're going to work your shoulders and that upper back. So this is a really good stretch. So her head is a little bit down. Again, notice that position of her back is nice and flat, just stretching out that upper back and shoulders.
And while she's stretching, can you talk about how important it is to stretch? I know that's huge with workouts.
Yeah, it's huge because it's like a most neglected part of the fitness component. But as far as that flexibility and keeping your joints limber and loose, it's really important to do so. But it's going to help you translate like to having better movement and better power, like lower body power, upper body power.
Awesome. And what would you say to someone who's afraid of going back to the gym? I mean, we're still in a pandemic. A lot of people are still worried. Many people are back in the gym. I'm back in the gym. But for those who are afraid to kind of get back going, what advice would you give?
Just get started. You have to jump in that pool and just start swimming. So it doesn't matter, like, if you're like, I don't know how to do this, just start somewhere. Just take it easy, 1 step at a time. So like we talked about before, if you could do 5 minutes, do 5 minutes. If you have 20 minutes, do 20 minutes. Just start somewhere.
Awesome. And how can people find you?
Yeah, so if you go to CandiceMcField.com, you can find me there.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for being with us today. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Definitely.